Next, we have a guest speaker who has an important message for us from our animal friends. Miss Billie Dean is a vegan and professional writer and filmmaker, and as a telepathic animal communicator, has conversed with thousands of animals in over a 30-year period in her role as animal communicator and shaman. She is the author of Secret Animal Business and has 2 more books on animal life and sentience coming out later this year.
Ms. Dean and her husband and daughter, both vegetarians, run a forever home animal sanctuary on their New South Wales farm, caring for formerly homeless animal beloveds in need. Ms. Dean says the animals all have a lot to say, but today she brings you urgent animal messages from the human heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Billie Dean from Australia.
Thank you. It's such an honour to be here, to have that opportunity to bring you some of the most urgent thoughts from the animals, who are far more intelligent and telepathic than most people realise. In this first picture, we see Finn, an Australian wild horse who I first came across while I was filming their humane capture. He was running in a bachelor herd in the middle of nowhere. He stared at me, fear in his eyes, and said, "I don't want to be dog meat." As he was a fear-filled small pony, he was right about his possible destiny. So he came home with me, with a bunch of his mates, and he's no longer fearing for his future. I can't tell you how many horses know about and fear a future in a can. And in Western Australia, a law has just been passed which allows horse on the human menu. I can tell you that that's not great PR for horse-human relations. The animals tell me they're finished suffering. This is a human construct, they say. They can't wait for us to grow up as a species and truly understand that they are not here for our benefit, to exploit, to eat, or even for our entertainment. They are just here with us, experiencing life in a body, as we are, for reasons of their own. And some are here to be our healers, our teachers, and our guides. So we have to understand that animals have souls. They have feelings and emotions. And when we take them away from their mothers, when we butcher and farm lot and cull them, it's exactly the same for them as it is for a human being. It hurts. It causes grief. I once had the opportunity of being asked to help a sheep with pneumonia here in the USA. And this sheep told me that her job was to be a mother and her baby had been taken away. Now, in Chinese medicine, we understand that pneumonia is stuck grief in the lungs. So I asked if her baby could be returned. Sadly, he could not. But I was told that the people rounded up some other lambs and brought them into the barn. And this sheep immediately started struggling to her feet, and she survived because her life had purpose. In Australia, I live next door to a sheep and beef farm. That's a real challenge for someone like me. And I've become really good friends with the cows who have been there a long time. They're good-natured, they're good-humoured, and they're full of wisdom. And they tell me that in the future, humans won't kill them because other humans will form a revolution of kindness. And they're very excited about that. The sheep tell me that humans would be a lot happier if they just didn't eat their woolly or furry brothers and sisters. They say that we're all to dance barefoot on our Mother Earth, to hear her song and to sing her ours in joyful union. Our own lamb Sarah, who we raised with the goats and dogs inside, loved music and play. Again, this is a much more intelligent species than most people think. The animals are urging us to become a grown-up species. They hold us in so much love, and they have come to teach us about true unconditional love, to open our heart chakras so that we can become fully realized human beings. And when I was writing these words, bluebirds and hummingbirds came into my field, and they wanted to thank Supreme Master Ching Hai for her tireless work in creating change and awareness for animal kind. They say this is so important, and that truly a new light is shining on earth now. Those dim, dark ages are behind us. It's just taking humans a bit of time to catch up. So we must continue walking in compassion and kindness. And this unconditional love and peace will lead us all to a true heaven on earth. The animals have also given me a vision of deep peace for all species. And when I speak of this, people really react and they say, but animals kill each other in the wild. Do they? What we have to understand is that we live under the spell of the collective consciousness, a world of death and suffering. And when you realize that every thought creates a thing, then you will understand that we have built this world on the foundation stones of fear for all species. And this has to change. And it can change. It only takes our collective heart and desire and the vision to dream a new world into being. In the 1940s, 2 vegetarian lionesses came to human awareness. One lived on rice in India, living with an Indian spiritual master. The other belonged to a USA farming couple. Her name was Little Tyke, and she refused to touch meat. She ate grains, milk, and eggs, and grazed with her friends, the sheep. Her best friend was Becky the lamb. She caused such excitement that she was taken on a road trip for humans to see. She was healthy, gentle, and beautiful. But she died of pneumonia, stuck grief in the lungs. Little Tyke didn't want to be a show pony. She missed Becky and her peaceful life on the farm. So think about Little Tyke and open your mind to miracles which start in compassion. The animals want us to change and be the people of peace of tomorrow. Let's make it happen for them. Be veg, go green. Thank you.